Hey everybody, it's Mike with Seeds and Arrows Frontier. I'm out here on the property, the Frontier, with my dad. We are going to be starting to prepare for spring coming, but we're in February now, and the title for this video is "Are You Prepared for War?" And obviously the brink of war that we possibly have coming, any type of military war. But right now we have inflation on the rise, a lot of things with the economy. Gas prices are going up. You have food not even being delivered at the supermarket. You have truckers on protest. And it's like, are you prepared not just for war in a sense of physical contact war, but are you prepared for what's going to happen to the economy and our livelihoods are going to change when we go to war? So in that aspect of it, we are prepping for spring. We're going to be looking at doing our garden, but then also, do you have a renewable food source? And so a couple of things I'm going to show you here on the property that we're doing, that we have, that we're putting in place in such an event. Obviously, the more self-sufficient that you can become, the better off you are for, getting through hard times, being able to use that to save money. So that's what we're about. But right now, we got a little bit of wood chips that we've had ground up, and we're going to be shoveling those in with some coffee grounds that we got, and making compost for our spring garden. Anything to add?
No, we're just adding it to a compost that's already been
going
seasoning for a while. So
yeah, so just mix it in, make it that much better.
Yeah.
So, but the wood chips actually provide the carbon and insulation, so that way the nutrients and everything can absorb. Worms will start to get in there, and
the hard thing right now is this whole thing's frozen.
Yeah. So today is actually February 14th, Valentine's Day. So we're out here doing our Valentine's chores. So, all right, let's get it loaded. I want to show you some of the stuff that we're digging into here. So we had a tree mulched up, and you see all this matter that's in here, the leaves and everything. It's just all starting to compost and good stuff. So we're going to add this to some coffee grounds and just mix it all together with the compost stuff, just adding to the nutrients and the materials. So what do you think, Jake? What are you doing? What you doing, boy? Yeah, we have some good some deer tracks coming out here, and that's also another renewable resource up here. So I pretty much got my freezer filled right now with deer meat. So, but here we go.
Yep, I got 3 this year, so that was good.
Yeah, property's coming in handy.
Yeah. Between that and the meat rabbits and the meat chickens and the laying chickens with the eggs.
Hold on, Dad, you're getting ahead of ourselves. I'm going to talk about that.
Boy, edit that out.
All right, so here's our start of our compost pile. We're going to start putting in the coffee grounds that we got. Look at all that. Nice pure coffee grounds there. So, and you just get them from like your local store or whatever. Just ask them if they're giving away coffee grounds or what they do with their coffee grounds. So, and it's good material to actually be feeding to your garden. The worms love it, and The only thing I would caution is, like, so once the coffee's actually been steamed out of there, a lot of the acid and everything is already brewed out. So when you actually have your coffee grounds like this that have actually been brewed, it's got a lot of the acidity that's already out of the coffee. But we're adding this to our actual compost, so it'll still be able to compost and break down a lot more, and then just add to the nutrients. But worms really love this stuff. They can get in there, and
they gotta get their caffeine fix.
They got to get their caffeine fix, as my dad says. So, but these are good, pure grounds right here. Nothing added to them. Just natural, biodegradable resource. So, and we got lots more bags to add to it. And this is our pile right here that we're going to be adding to. So. So we got a mini tunnel, and what this is doing is basically starting off mini greenhouse, which is basically starting off some of the spinach, kale, and guess there's.
We're raising this for the rabbits.
We're raising this for the rabbits, but you know, it's already starting to produce some greens, as you can see here. Yeah, I don't want to interrupt the tunnel right there, but you can tell, I mean, that we're starting to get some greens in there. So, but yeah, so that brings me over here. As my dad was saying, we got you know, rabbits, and it's a great thing about rabbits is you can start to breed those almost year round, and they do really good in the cold. And so we have, you hear that? Like, they didn't like Jake coming over here. They're gonna warn us. But these are two of our does right here, and they are right at the prime for breeding. So New Zealand does, and they've already had 1 litter each. So one had 9 and the other one had 12. So, and they were last summer. So we're going to, and then you can see down there the nice rabbit poop. The great thing about rabbit poop is that it's a cold manure, so it can actually go straight on the garden. So we'll be able to just throw that right on the garden, and it'll bring a natural compost already to the garden, to where it'll provide nutrients for our garden this year. So these can actually have like 2 to 3 litters in a year. And when you're talking about, you know, anywhere between 7 to 12, 15 rabbits sometimes, you can get one of those rabbits will be about 2.5 pounds. We got our guineas up here, a little choir. So they all start singing. But anyways, you can get, we were experimenting with rabbits this year to see how we liked them, and we do like them. We're getting about 2.5 to 3 pounds per rabbit, and you know, that's after they're field dressed and everything else. So 2.5 pounds with the bone in provide about a decent meal per rabbit. So we had those going, and then we also have up on the hill some other rabbit does, and then our rabbit buck that we breed them with. So it provides a really good food source. So next couple of food sources coming up. If you don't like rabbit meat, then we have a renewable resource of chickens and chicken eggs. So that's the other thing I was going to talk about, was the chicken eggs. And so you know, we have several different breeds of chickens on our property, including Guineas. And my dad's got his pet chicken, Phyllis. So obviously we're not going to eat her. But we're also looking at getting Jersey Giants and some turkeys.
Jersey Giants, yeah.
Probably get some more turkeys, but told my mom she can't treat them as pets, because obviously that's not what they're there for. So she had a hard time with the past two turkeys that we had. Yeah, Jake. No. But so, and then obviously over here we're going to go to next, we have the fish pond, and that's going to provide our third renewable resource that we now have on the property. And I guess, and then obviously in the back we'll have deer and wild turkey that we can hunt, and fill the freezer with that as well. So just things to save money, especially with food not just being more expensive on the shelves, but last couple times that we've been over to, you know, shop and just get regular items. I mean, truckers are trying to protest their right to deliver their cargo and not have to have these mandates on them that make absolutely no sense. You know, the COVID numbers are starting to drop, but with war in the horizon, with Russia trying to invade Ukraine, it's just going to hurt our economy even more, to where you know, we're not going to necessarily be able to put money into our own economy, and we're going to have to push it into the war efforts. So being more self-sufficient on your own, you're less dependent on the government, and a lot of the farming stuff you can do yourself, you know, will put less stress on you and your family. So just food for thought. And anyways, got it. Yeah, you like it? Pun intended. But you know, just things to, and I got a couple of other things that we're going to be doing with the bluegill fish and aquaponics, to where you can actually grow some of your own vegetables if you don't have property or land, that you can actually do your own vegetables inside and still provide a renewable resource, as far as like herbs and lettuce and stuff like that. So we'll be looking into that. But anyways, thanks for watching. Stay safe, make each day count, and God bless.